Hi, welcome to Warblock. I'm doing a quick playthrough of the Inchon game. This is really just a sort of an extension on the previous playthrough that I did. Just want to do this as quickly as I can to some extent. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's quite good. 2, 3. Okay. And no effect. 1. 2.2. 3, 4.2. That's good. So version 3, 4.1, 3.9. Did a lot better this time round. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's interesting. Okay, so that's the first turn. I'm trying to do this quite quickly, so I'm not going to bother with any of the North Korean moves. So, second turn. Now, in this new set of rules, I actually revised. You can fire the naval units again. Plus, we get the air power. Let's see what the air power. Let's come back to the air power. So 1, 2, 3. Back to game. 4 on this one, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to game. And here we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to game. And here we'll have another go on this unit. There. Okay, so that's all the naval. Let's put in some air power onto this. Okay, back to game. Put some air power onto this unit. So if you saw the earlier video, we've now got 2. Well, the factors are 2, 1, so they're twice as tough. I didn't get anything on that, so I might as well go for it again. 0.2, hardly worth it. So that's all the artillery. So the first 2 rounds we get. First round we get naval bombardment. Second round we get naval and air. I'm not going to do any North Korean moves. Just going to try and keep this as simple as possible. We now get our Blue Beech landing units in place. So we can't do any more naval bombardment until turn 5. It's depression 5.8, depression 3.8, depression 7.1, so I think we really need to pummel this unit somewhat. 1.8, no effect. Let's go again. no effect. Okay, so who's the weakest? 5.8 depressions, 5.6, they're both pretty much exactly the same. Let's go for this one first. DE. Okay, now we can get him on and him, so we can do the landings, which is what we were having a bit of a problem with before. We've still got some movement, so that was a DE, which means that they can now advance in. And what do we have against this? So if you cast your mind back to the last one, it was a lot tougher. 7-1 DE. So essentially, with a few moves, we can't move into there, but we've taken the whole of Green Beech in one turn by making, with a couple of sort of modifications that we've got there. So that's good. So we'll end that turn. I'll do a few token moves with the North Koreans because now they're a bit worried, so they're going to start moving some of their armour up. Okay, that's then moved out. Okay, that'll do. I won't spend too long doing that. So it's now the what are the rules? Turn 5 and 6 can do naval bombardments. It's not turn 5 yet. So I'm consolidating this area, but I don't need to. So that's that. But what I do want to do here is to try and take out some of these units. Come on. Quarter strength. Okay. So end that turn, and I will automatically end the North Korean turn. Notice that the ships are not digging in as they did on the last game. I'm going to try and pummel this. I'm going to go for these units again. But I do have naval bombardments now. .449. Okay, so that's slightly peppered up. Do one more against that. Okay. And against this unit. naval bombardments, so he's now at point 4. And some naval bombardments against this little stack. Okay, so 0.8 and 2. Okay, so end turn. Not going to do anything for the North Koreans, so we'll move swiftly on. Oh. Maybe I should spend all 4 on this. Okay, so that's 3.5 and 4. And here, that's what we can do. It's this. Put in at 4.6 and 7.5. Do one more. Okay. Bombard against this unit. So it's at 1.8. It's going to be 2. 3.4. No effect. And let's do the last one against this little guy. He's on 3.4. 0.2. Air power. No effect, no effect. And no effect. Wow, that was disappointing. Okay, so next turn, we'll just pass straight through the North Korean turn, so they sort of do get the benefit of recovering. So now we've got the main landings, and I think everyone is going to pile up onto that, because we've now got no more naval bombardments. I am trying to rush this through, so maybe I should have done the air power first, but I think we should win here. 7-1 DR. Yep. Look at that. 5-1 defender eliminated. I mean, this is such a contrast to the first game, where I spent basically the whole time trying to get onto the beach, and here, so far, everything is, other than the fact that I can't move. Come on. Got no movement. Okay. Two to one in exchange. Okay, I didn't get the perfect beach landing. A bit of a struggle there, but pretty much got most of it. So what's he on? 0.24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do it this way. Exchange. That wasn't good. Let's see what I can do here. DR. Okay. Not sure how much of that video was lopped off, but Missed a bit of the action there. So we haven't made as much ground as we could have. I mean, the only ground we really made was from the one we do. None of this stuff's actually landed, but we've made some landings over here. Well, one lot of landings over here. Again, these ones haven't actually landed, so in that turn. And I'm just trying to speed this thing up because it's a video. I mean, if you're playing, you might spend a little more time thinking and doing things at your own pace, but I just want to get this done. I've got things to do and upload it, and just to show how relatively seamless it is. So I'm not doing any counter fire with the artillery, and the artillery does do a little bit of damage. So anyway, we've got this little unit here that's still sort of inconveniently in the way, so we'll see what we can do with that. No depression, so probably just as well. No effect. 0.6. 0.5. Well, we're going to land with these units. DR. Might as well push these units back while we can. DR. Attack there. To be quite honest, I think the first thing to do would be to see what we can do in this direction. DR. They've gone there because it's the only one that's not in the zone. They could have gone there, but it doesn't really matter. So putting everyone ashore. It's nice when it works quickly like that. 0.4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just put this many in. 2 to 1 DR. Two to 1 an exchange. Just for the hell of it, let's see what we can do, because I'm going to pretty much attack and retreat. It doesn't matter. So we'll end that turn. Again, I'm not going to do anything with the North Koreans. I'm going to move all these units back into there, and I'm actually going to leave it at that. Now essentially what we've done there, hopefully really quickly with a bit of an interruption in the middle, we've landed at Green Beach, we landed at Red Beach and Blue Beach and made the beach landings, all within a much shorter period of time than the first one, which I was going a little slower on and had a few problems actually making the landings. So we know we can make the landings. Obviously you might want to choose where you do your battles and where you do your bombardments and your airstrikes and etc, etc, a little more carefully, but the next step would be to sort of push these units back. As you can see, we've got a 16th of September line, so this is the 15th of September, and I've put it there, but you really sort of should really take these, but I don't want to put objectives there and there, otherwise it just looks like there's objectives everywhere. But the whole idea is that you should have everything up to that sort of line by the 16th of September, and there's no real idea of the turn sort of scale. So, but the next thing is to start pushing back this way, and it looks a little harder than it is. I mean, if you look at that, there's a ton of units in there. We've got a few there and a few there. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. many units as I thought there were. But anyway, so we should be able to push these units back, especially with these units onshore now. They can start pushing this way and through this way. There's still quite a few units down here, but not to be confused with the fact that there's a lot of artillery and air defence. So once you start filtering out, air defence, artillery, there aren't actually that many infantry units. So it's still a game, and it's more of a game than the real battle was. I think that basically a lot of these units actually fell back a lot sooner towards Seoul. But there's a lot of scope for actually how you finish this and how you achieve it. But what we've got there really is the intricacies of the way the naval landings work. So we land at Green Beach, then Red Beach and Blue Beach. There was about a 12-hour delay between Green Beach and the Red Beach, Blue Beach landings. It looks like there's a significance of the naval bombardments, and to be quite honest, it looks like there's a lot of units, but there aren't really. They were probably nicely effective, but there were actually a lot more. There was a lot more there were 216 boats, 216 vessels. There were ships, and all they were doing was they were rocket ships firing rockets. And there was a lot more napalm, a lot more airstrikes, so could put more of these units in. I think there were some bombers. There's a lot more involved than this little game portrays, but this gives you a fair and clear idea of how it works. And I think to a large extent it should give you a nice sort of game, because I think you're still going to be challenged to actually remove all these red units and to sort of exploit this beachhead here, etc. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to keep it quick. Just got things to do and go to sleep and things. But I'll speak to you later. Cheers, bye.